Time for What's Hot. This is where we talk about the stories that have everybody talking.
And we are joined by Susie Falk of the Falk Group Public Relations. Jeff Wagner back with us also. What may have been a momentary lapse in protocol has caused a backlash for President Obama on social media. President Obama stepping off Marine One yesterday in New York City. You can see he's being saluted, a formal military salute. Well, he returns the salute in the hand he was using to carry his coffee cup. Critics pounced on the so-called latte salute, calling it incredibly disrespectful. Your thoughts on all of this?
Well, I think the White House was pretty stupid to have posted this on Twitter or wherever they posted it. You know, I mean, it's a faux pas. It's an embarrassment. Are we maybe making this out to be a little bit too much? Yes, I think so. You know what? Let's think about what's been going through President Obama's brain the last 48 hours to 2 years, and that is Syria and the bombing that took place overnight. I think he's got other things on his mind. I'm not saying it wasn't appropriate, but it was a mistake, and I think we should forgive him.
Well, so, Susie, you're right about the whole concept of what's going on with regard to how this first became public. I mean, and I think it's interesting. You had some people at the White House, and maybe this is this generational thing. They're the ones who put out the photographs in the first place that created this issue. And maybe it's some, you know, people who've never been in the military and some young people who don't realize what this issue was. I mean, I agree with you, and it's interesting. When we talked about this on the radio, there were a number of veterans who were extremely upset. I don't think this was an intentional effort on the president to diss the military. That said, though, you have somebody else carry your coffee. You know,
well, I think he suffered from something called reflex.
Yeah.
They saluted, he automatically did it, and it's like, oh,
right.
Wait, I got, you know, the coffee cup in my hand. And you know what? I guess if they had posted this and he had ignored the salute, that would be drawing fire as well.
Right. And some would say it's inappropriate for a president or anyone to salute if they're not in a military uniform.
Well, I think it's like not required.
Right.
It's not required, and this was Ronald Reagan who decided to do this, I think, in the early 80s, and all the presidents since have thought it was a good idea, but it's not the only blunder. George Bush Sr. was holding his little dog when he went like this coming out of the helicopter, so it's not the first blunder.
But what does it come to when politicians get attacked if they don't wear the flag pin, or they don't salute the right way, or they don't do something that some group thinks is the way to show that you're a real, true American patriot?
Yeah, but these optics are bad.
Yeah.
I mean, let's face it, these optics are bad. Does it make him a bad president? Does it make him unpatriotic? No. But this was sort of I think it was a blunder. And I think, again, if I were the president, I would be talking to some of the staffers going, okay, tell me why these were the photos that we chose to go to the media with.
That generation, they walk around with Starbucks constantly. They're just kind of used to having the cup in their hand, right?
Well, you're the president. Have somebody carry your darn coffee, for goodness sakes.
Then you'd get
Doesn't
attacked
that
for
cost
that, wouldn't
extra?
All right, coming up next, we reveal the viewer's choice topic of the day.
And Jesse Ricca back with another look at a beautiful forecast. Got our viewer's choice topic of the day.
Again, we're joined by Susie Falk and Jeff Wagner from 620 WTMJ. The viewer's choice topic: an Arizona high school football coach suspended for praying with his team. The headmaster of the charter school says it boils down to protecting the separation of church and state. Should this coach have been suspended?
And see, what makes this one particularly difficult is it was a student-led prayer, which is permissible, that the coach then joined in. And you know, I got to tell you, do I think he should have been suspended? No. But I got to tell you, my deepest hope is that in the next 2 years, the Supreme Court of the United States takes a number of these cases and really sets forth the rules so people know once and for all what does separation of church and state mean. Because it's a mess. I don't think anybody knows what you can do and what you can't do.
No, clarification would be a good thought. I also think if kids can opt out, you know, they don't have to pray, but it's made very clear that they can opt out without ridicule or judgment, then I have no problem with praying, and I'm a big advocate of, you know, the line between church and state, as long as they can opt out. I don't think this coach should have been penalized either. You should, I mean, kids can be so offended in locker rooms and other places. I think maybe they're looking in the wrong place to find offense.
Yeah, and what do you do in his position? So the students start leading a prayer. You tell them to stop, that they can't do it. And
well, no, the school said he shouldn't have joined in. Okay,
well,
so
but then my next point is that you know, they're a team.
Yeah.
Everyone's supposed to be a unit. So they're praying, and unless their coach obviously has a religious objection to it, why wouldn't he pray with them?
Well, right, exactly. And it's not like he forced the entire team to pray. This was a student-led prayer that he decided to join into. I think the school's way out of bounds as far as disciplining him. But again, it'd be nice to get some clarification, because we have issues like this on an almost weekly basis in this country.
We have a lot we want from the Supreme Court right now, don't we?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, time for the lightning round.
The newly released iPhone 6 has a bit of a bending problem. Some owners say the phone bends when they have it in their pockets. Some feel the problem is the phone's too long and then the aluminum frame is too thin.
It's the iPhone 6 Plus that's the problem. The thing is
Well,
like
look, I mean, look, he just
it's a surfboard. It's
This is
huge.
why I am not an early adopter. You know, it's like I let people work through
out
these
the
things,
kinks,
and then
right.
you know, in a couple months after the recall and the new one's been issued, that's when I'll go out and upgrade. But you know, I think, hey, Apple, to Apple's credit, they're trying to give the customer what they want, and that's a very cool, big screen, thin phone. And unfortunately, they didn't do the bend test. So this is a real problem, and I don't know that Apple has come out to say what they're going to do about it.
Well, maybe it's don't wear tight pants.
Right, because
jeans.
you got these hip kids with the skinny jeans, and they're trying to cram this giant phone in the pocket of their skinny jeans.
And then they sit down.
Or man
forget
purses.
the skinny jeans. I think the same thing would happen with us middle-aged guys. You know, I mean, it's just that
Jeff, your
that
Dockers
iPhone
have
6
just billowing pockets.
Right,
There's
with
room
an
in there
iPhone
for your
6
wallet.
Plus, that's a big sucker. You know, I mean, I'm telling you, you put that in your front pants pocket. You know, I have no doubt that it's going to either be uncomfortable or bend or whatever.
Well, I think Apple should come out with the man purse, right? That where the phone fits in the purse, and then you don't have to bend it at all.
The European handbag.
I'm not sure I'm ready for that. I don't know. Maybe Mr. Chamraz has a different. I'm just not quite ready for that. Right.
But what do you do if you're Apple? Seriously, what do you do if you're Apple? And this is getting out there, you know, on social media and the boards, and people are really starting to complain.
Apple can't seem to win for trying. I mean, every time they come out with a new product, somebody is lined up complaining about it. Is that just what happens when you're the big dog, that someone's always going to be nipping at your heels?
Well, especially since there's a platform now, social media, it's easy.
Yeah. But let's put it in perspective. Yeah, some people are lined up nipping at their heels. Thousands and thousands of people were lined up outside the stores to buy the thing. So, I mean,
how many billions of dollars did they make? Yeah.
They're still selling.
All right, the What's Hot discussion will continue online. Find that page at tmj4.com/hot.
Coming up, Storm Team forecaster